Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete.
We always talk about receivers. If the ball hits your hand, you're supposed to haul it in, but it is hard to adjust to a pass thrown a little bit behind you.
That one was all the momentum going forward. Couldn't contort his body back to grab it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. Powering forward, and now running right through him. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
3 yards remaining here on 2nd down. To throw is locked. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And now here's a carry heading left. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Let's see what the defense dials up here. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun. Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deshaun Hall in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So that scores now on their first 2 possessions, but it's 6-0. Probably not the kind of scores they were hoping for.
No, not at all, but I think that they've shown that they can have some success against this defense. So they'll go back to the sideline knowing the points are going to be there for the taking.
And onto the field, here come the Panthers. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So 2nd and 10 here. And the back goes into motion. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. He didn't get rid of the football there, took the sack. Although that's easier said than done. He can't just chuck the thing sideways into the seats.
No, he really can't, because you're not afforded total protection as a quarterback. You have to get outside of the tackle boxes as defined by the NFL, meaning wherever your tackles operate normally, get outside of that. And the ball that you throw has to get back to at least the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you face an intentional grounding call. That's going to frustrate the coaching staff a little bit as they dialed up the deep shot. But they weren't on the same page on that play. Heck, I don't think they were in the same book. I think he thought he was going to do something else. Ends up throwing it over the sidelines. Well incomplete.
Fielded at the 33. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And the Colts getting ready to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Back with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts in possession of the football to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard right at the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. They'll send Hilton in motion right. After the run, Luck going to throw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The Colts send out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And the Panthers coming out now. And this is their 3rd drive right now. Maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. That'll go down as a loss of 8. And it'll make this a 2nd and long. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. He's still barreling through. A big hit. Knocked down sideways near the 34-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. I don't think that was a blitz, was it?
No, not at all. I mean, there was no blitz called on the play. Had other responsibilities, but he saw an opportunity, saw a path, and he took it.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep. And got his man complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Carolina. 43 yards. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they, when they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown, and this one they help force another incompletion.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll bring up fourth down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses we talk to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Luck on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Doyle. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from Foxborough. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. The Colts on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Doyle. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On second down, here's Luck. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 3. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. The Colts on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Luck. Open man, it's Allen. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're operating in the red zone. Play action. It's Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. After the interception, it's Luck. Looking deep for Hilton. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Ten yards still left on second down. They'll fake it. Now Locke. Now he'll let it go deep. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now it's the backup Newton. And the hook up here with Jalen Strong complete. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain. And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved him and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Red zone opportunity. Now a toss. This is McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Back to the ground, this time Lynch. And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game. It's right through, and we are now tied at 13. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make this a second down. Off of play action, Luck. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
In motion left goes Moncrief. Third and long, it's Luck. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is knocked down from the side. On second down, here's Newton. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody. But those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
It just drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And they will take a 7-point lead now. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And that will tie our game here in the third quarter. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
When you try to create space for your running back, the first thought is how physical is the offensive line. Sometimes it's just positioning. On that play, it didn't matter about positioning or being physical. The defensive front, they out-leveraged them and won the battle.
15 yards through the air on a first down. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those three guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Second and 10. Newton again. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Out of the gun, Newton. Gets it to Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. To throw on second down is Newton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down right there around the 35-yard line.
Well, if you want to be known as dependable to your quarterback, that's what you have to do. Go into the middle of the field, know the hit is coming, and catch the football. And that's exactly what he just got done.
And defensively, a little deflating to be able to lay that hit and not have the ball pop free, right?
No doubt about it, because your goal defensively, knock it free so that they say, okay, guess what? We're not going to throw it in there anymore. Now, they'll still continue to be aggressive.
We're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They convert on third with a gain of 22. some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. From the red zone now, Newton. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Throwing again is Newton. This pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Pitching it out to McCaffrey. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Panthers have broken our tie as they take the lead. And they will take a 7-point lead now. Gano out to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A run by Mack to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Offense needs something here on 2nd down. It is 2nd and long. Allen, the man in motion right. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Call it a gain of 5 that time. They'll be left with a 3rd down and about 9 to go. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Back to throw. Love. And Allen's got it. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Here's Blunt. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Here's Luck now on 2nd down. And Luck will be intercepted for a third time. Picked off at the 45. And a return across midfield into the 46-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's McCaffrey fighting through. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Now a timeout coming in here defensively as they stop it before the 2-minute warning with 2:09 to go in the game. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Newton to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Back to throw. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Get this across midfield to the 48. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Now a handoff as they run left side. Oh, nice move. And he's brought down. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up 1st down after 1st down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human 1st down machine? I think that fits.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
The tight end changing his position. Back to throw. Man open left side is Brown. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Colts on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily. They'll run it now out of the gun. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there with time running out. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And this one through the uprights and good. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Newton to throw. Try to lay one up deep. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The play clock's running down. On second down, Lynch. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, Typically, that's an odd front defense, odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle, whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front. If those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Handoff comes to Lynch. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up. Play clock winding down. From the 50, Newton. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
They snap it to Newton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. Within an OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who could help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I'd love to see games finish that way.
So for the Colts, it's a critical win for them as it gets them to 9-6 on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Carolina, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.